What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Today's episode of General Hospital, I liked it to a certain extent. But the last 5 minutes of the episode got cut off because of the ABC special report about the 50-year anniversary of the March on Washington. So I didn't catch the last 5 minutes of the episode. So that whole interrogation when Dante and Anna Devane were interrogating AJ about the murder of Connie Falconeri, AJ is a piece of trash. They showed him the pictures of Connie's body. He's sitting there throwing up. I do love the way Dante went hard on him, though. How he was kicking stuff, bringing up AJ's past crimes. Because Dante finally did what any normal police detective would do in an interrogation, where you got good cop, bad cop. Dante was the harsh, bad cop, kicking stuff around, trying to force a confession out of him. Anna was the calm, cool, and collected cop, that tries to be nice and, you know what I mean? So it worked well. But this son of a bitch, AJ, gonna sit there and say that Tracy owns a gun and that she keeps it in the safe. He pretty much tried to throw Tracy under the bus for this murder, knowing damn well Tracy didn't have nothing to do with this murder. Because, come on now, why would Tracy kill Connie Falconeri? Tracy didn't have a motive. Her and Connie were cool. Why would she want her dead? Even if it was Tracy's gun, which it was, that killed Connie, Tracy ain't the one that fired it. And I don't get it, though. Why didn't Anna and them check his hands for gun residue? Why didn't they check his hands? You could tell if he fired a gun or not because of the gun residue. It would still be on his hands. So he's sitting there telling him, to talk to Tracy or whatever. So when Anna left the room, he started to remember that he went into the safe. Because mind you, he was drunk that night. He didn't remember anything. So he remembered that he went into the family safe and grabbed the gun out of the safe. So he remembered the gun that he grabbed out of the safe. But I don't think he remembered what he did with the gun. AJ, they just need to lock his sorry ass up. Seriously. Because I am so sick of him trying to play the victim, trying to, not fess up to his wrongdoings. It's real annoying. Like, seriously, just tell the truth. And then Michael, he's sitting there trying to defend AJ to Elizabeth and then tell her about how AJ went to, down to the police station because he's a suspect in the murder of Connie Falconeri. At first, Elizabeth was trying to stay strong and say that she didn't care about what happened to AJ. But as soon as Michael mentioned that AJ was in jail, the bitch started getting teary-eyed and wondering what's going on with him. But then as soon as she see Nicholas walk his ass up, she go straight up run for a hug. Elizabeth, go sit your slower ass down, please. As soon as Nicholas come up here, you go running towards him for a hug. Bitch, please. I bet you now she wish she did pick Nicholas now. Then she'd have all this less drama. But Elizabeth, she love that drama. That's why she always picked the wrong man. That she know that's going to bring all this drama to her. She pick him. The Nicholas and Britt scenes. I love the Nicholas and Britt scenes. I could definitely see Nicholas being with Britt once all the truth and the secrets and stuff come out. I can see him being with her. Because if you think about it, Nicholas and Britt pretty much grew up the same fucking way. She grew up in a tough family. He grew up in a tough family. She grew up with a crazy mother. He grew up with a crazy grandmother. So they pretty much got a lot in common there. I mean, hell, she grew up with Obrecht. He grew up with Helena. I mean, there's a lot of similarities here. So I can see, they do have a lot in common. They got chemistry, and that's lacking in relationships. Like, you got a couple where they got chemistry, but they have nothing in common. Or you got a couple where they got stuff in common, but they have no chemistry. With Britt and Nicholas, they got the full package. They got chemistry and they got things in common. So it works. You know what I'm saying? That's a couple that you want together. So hopefully they get together. And it's about fucking time Lulu, dumbass, got on the phone and called Nicholas to tell him about, her legal baby. I said legal because we all know biologically it's not hers, but legally it's hers. So she finally told Nicholas about the baby, so he went on to the hospital to go check out his legal niece. And Britt sitting there looking at his photo album with Emily Quartermain, and how she was, saying to herself that she was close to telling Nicholas the truth about the baby father, about the fact that Chelsea, oh my God, I'm thinking about The Young and the Restless. That Patrick is not really the baby father. She was about to tell Nicholas, but he got that phone call from Lulu, so she delayed it. And then Patrick was about to get into it with Felix over the Brit situation, because of how bad he be talking about the baby and Brit and stuff like that, and Sabrina trying to calm him down and shit. So that's when Felix told him that Brit was put into the jail and stuff, that she's down at the PCPD. So he decides to go down there to bail her out because he don't want his baby boy sitting in jail. Well, his alleged baby boy. Sabrina and Felix, I like Felix. I really do. I think he's funny most of the time, but it's just like this whole Britch situation, like them trying to get the dirt on her, is stupid, especially for Sabrina, because once Sabrina get rid of Brit out of Patrick's life, bitch, you got to deal with Robin next. Because when Robin come back, trust me, I guarantee you, Patrick will drop Sabrina like that. Soon as Robin come back, trust me, Sabrina is going to be a non-factor once his real wife come back and stake her claim. So the way I see it, Sabrina is on borrowed time, and her time is shortly running out. So I suggest that they just hook Sabrina up with Milo or whoever. I heard a rumor. I don't know if I mentioned this before. There's a rumor of some sorts that Sabrina is supposedly Anna's daughter. Remember how Duke and Anna lost their baby in a miscarriage? Apparently they didn't really lose the baby. Apparently they did. I don't know. But anyway, Patrick was telling Anna about the, situation he wanted to know, but she told him to talk to Nicholas because Nicholas was the one that bailed her out. So the scenes with Laura and Scott should divorce her. Why not? Who wants their wife running off after their ex-wife? It's obvious that he loves her, but it's obvious she don't love Scott more than he loved her. It's obvious. It's plain to see that she's not in love with Scott. So I'd rather them just get a divorce, because obviously it ain't gonna work. Her heart is with Luke. She loves Luke. She's just in denial. She's trying to convince herself that she's over it, but she's not. So I'd rather see a divorce, even though they just got remarried, but it is what it is. I mean, if my wife was doing what Laura was doing, I wouldn't want to be married to her no more. So, they decided to part ways. And I think it was a wise decision. Scott need to move on and go do him, and Laura need to move on and go do her. So, she was telling Luke that she had to go back to Paris, for her evaluation, her wellness evaluation. But she was holding it off to go run after him. So, Lulu was trying to convince her that, she needed to go do that. Laura agreed, so she's going to hop on a plane and go to Paris. But Luke finally told Lulu about his illness, about his terminal illness and stuff. So, she's hoping that he can come back to her. But I'm glad Luke didn't make her some crazy ass promise that he was going to, live, because you don't know that for sure. So I'm glad he didn't make her a promise that he probably can't keep. Because you know how some parents and stuff do. They make their kids promises that they can't keep, knowing that they can't keep them. But, he didn't give Lulu any false hope, which is good. But I feel bad, because her and Luke are like this. They're real close. So, but I already know Luke ain't going nowhere. It'll be crazy to lose Luke. The Luke and Tracy scene was so powerful. When she was giving Luke his goodbye kiss, it's obvious that Luke and Tracy still love each other. It's obvious because Luke was the realest marriage Tracy ever had, even though it started out about Luke's greed for money, but it turned into love. You know what I'm saying? I can't really see Tracy in a relationship with anybody other than Luke. It's obvious her and Luke love each other and they want each other, but Luke just can't give Tracy what she wants. And that's a stable marriage, because he's always on an adventure and she's stuck in Port Charles by herself without her husband. That's not the type of marriage that she wants. And I don't blame her. She deserves better, and Luke knows she deserves better. But I just wish that Luke and Tracy could get it together and he can give her what she wants. Because I just can't see Tracy with any other dude. I want her with Luke. Before I wanted Luke and Laura back together, but I just get this feeling that ship has sailed and it's time for, Luke and Tracy to, get back together and get remarried again, because I loved their marriage. It was so funny, and they're polar opposites. That's what made their marriage work. And they're just downright fucking hilarious together. So when Dante came over to the mansion to look inside, Tracy's safe, she opened up the safe and they noticed that the gun wasn't there. The gun was gone. I don't believe Tracy did it. I don't believe she did it for a fact. I think it was her gun that, pulled, that killed Connie, but she didn't do it. There's no way she did it. Tracy's a lot of things, but Tracy's not a killer. She ain't got it in her. Tracy, when she wants to get rid of somebody, she does it another way. She brings you down. She doesn't kill you. So anyway, I hope all of you have a great day, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. See you later.